So in this video, we're gonna go ahead and go through the cleaning of the machine, the cleaning of your HydraFacial 6-in-1 machine. So let me move it closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So your 6-in-1 machine, here we are, all brand spanking new. And when we're looking at the heads and the LED, this is your LED screen, light emitting diode. That's all LED stands for. And we want to clean these parts because every time we use it, we do want to wipe it down, sanitize as much as we can. So for me, let's just say I already have gloves on. I'm not going to put gloves on every single procedure that we do because that will take up your time and mine. We just need to get to it, okay? So you can use your Clorox wipes. I'm not promoting Clorox or any other brands. I'm just saying this is something that's easy. Pop the top, grab one out. Good grief. It's in the car. It's frozen. I left it in the car. Oh, Jesus Lord. Oh, there we go. Break out. Ugh. All right, take your wipe, snap it off, put it back. So you can wipe down your machine. Easy. It's not going to go into your machine to where it's gonna break or make your machine stink with Clorox and stuff like that. They've mixed it pretty well with whatever ingredients that they use. You just wipe down your machine nice and easy. That's step one. Or your heads. Say on any machine, the heads, this is a head. I always call it a head because they all are hand pieces and the head is what you use on the person's face. So it's a hand piece, but you're using the head, okay? So the heads you clean. You can clean the whole thing if you want to. It is up to you. And you would clean all 6 of the instruments or the whole machine, everything, the knobs, the injection ports, whatever you need to do during this COVID craziness. But your used, I forgot to bring your trash can over here. But anyway, you take your used cleansing or wipe and put it in the trash can by itself. Don't leave it on the side, don't leave it over here because it still has whatever that's on it, okay? Or if you don't have Clorox wipes because they're so hard to find in any store, Wegmans to Safeway to Piggly Wiggly or whatever the store may be in your area, the local bodega or the little side hustle man shop or whatever it is, or hustle girl shop, you can make your own solution. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what to make in yours, but pretty much for mine, it's always gonna be rubbing alcohol, distilled water, and about 10 drops of essential oil. Ones that are antimicrobial or antibacterial. I have both. So you have those in here. Rubbing alcohol is always a good solution to break up any type of surface where you have like plastics. You don't want anything super harsh because it will start to eat at your plastic. That's why they have different surface cleaners for like your stove and oven and all that stuff. You don't want to use that on this. That will eat through this machine's plastic. It'll decolorize it. It's not gonna have a color no more. So you just spray it in the air. Make sure we cover your client's face. Just spray. And that's it. So all you're doing is just spraying in the air, a couple sprays. You don't need a lot. So see how, yeah, it's like, oh, I smell it. Yeah. And then right around the table, disinfect. So to clean your machine after every use, the chambers that you have right here, A, B, and C, those are the ones that you just used, but the chamber C, you can do disinfectant or you can have an actual serum. I use mine as a serum, but if you did want to clean the machine, you can use the C chamber as a disinfectant. How do we do that? We pick the machine on up and press your button, your release button, give it a little wiggle. It drops on out. So the tube, leave everything as it is. Or you can take off the top. This solution, let's just say you don't have a clean solution. Let's say you had a serum. So take it off, put it to the side. Get your clean solution or whatever you're gonna use. You can use vinegar and water, preferably white vinegar and distilled water. I wouldn't use anything else. Like how you clean a steamer. To clean your steamer, just put white vinegar or regular vinegar. Either one will work. But white vinegar is a little less smelly. It's a little less clingy to the metal. So use white vinegar plus distilled water. Mix those two together. It will still clean out your pipes, your metal pieces for your steamers, or any machine actually. It's just a really, really good cleaner. You don't want to use any harsh chemicals because most of these cleaners or machines have tubes. The tubes will get eaten by the chemical. So just make sure it's something that can be disinfectant, antimicrobial, bacteria, and all that good stuff. So say you want to clean your machine. Like I said, you put your distilled water, vinegar in here. That same tube, the head that you just took off, the C chamber, so you don't have to keep switching out your bottles if you have a serum in there. If you have a serum, then you don't want to use C chamber with distilled water. No, that's crazy. So just put in your tube. It doesn't always have to close because these tubes, they're specifically made for that bottle that we just took off, okay? But as long as you have it in there, plug it into your machine or just the head, it still snaps in, but you're gonna have to hold it. That's if you don't have a chamber that fits the bottle, because if it doesn't fit, see how it comes out? Right, so then you still have to hold it. You turn your machine on and your machine will start up. So remember, this is your cleaning solution for the machine, for your tubes. You do not have to do this procedure if you don't want to. If you're so paranoid that you really want to clean your tubes, then this is what you would have to do. There's no other way around it, but this machine pretty much cleans itself. You should not have to even worry about doing this step, but this is for those people who've kept emailing me and calling me about how to clean my machine. If it's such a, not a burden, but it's such a nasty thing to you, because yeah, some people are neat freaks. And I don't mean to say freak, but some people just like cleanliness. It's next to godliness. I get it, I understand. So this would be the only way to really, really, truly clean your machine, minus taking it apart. Because you can actually, the screws on the backside or underneath, you can take this whole thing off and then replace your hoses. You can disinfect your hoses, but you kind of got to know what you're doing. And I'm not an engineer. I'm not an electrical engineer. If you get shocked, if you break your machine, you void the warranty. It's almost like jailbreaking your cell phone. If you put certain apps on there that actually allows you to penetrate the Pentagon's security system, like, okay, Apple's not gonna reimburse any type of damages because the Pentagon finds out you did that and shut your whole phone down. And now you go back to Apple, my phone won't work. They find out why your phone won't work. You're not covered under your warranty. You almost might go to jail. I mean, come on, be smart. So we turned on our machine. See how you hear it's on, and plus you see the highlighted LED lights, okay? So let's just say we had solution in here. Now, once you're holding your power, or actually, I didn't turn it on, microdermabrasion. And you have to turn it on the chamber. So this is chamber C. Okay, so now it's on chamber C. Make sure you turn the water level all the way up to maximum. Make sure you turn the air all the way up to maximum. And no worries, I'm gonna give you a closer view in just a moment. So we turn this to maximum. So now you press and hold. And see how the water is just cycling through my finger? I will give you a closer view in a moment. So now, so now your C chamber is full of distilled water or vinegar distilled mixed together, or you can just have plain water if you just want to cycle out your tubes, okay? So now you're gonna put the machine on your hand and you're letting the water cycle through. And this is on the C chamber.
And that's going to be for the microdermabrasion head.
Yep.
Correct?
Yeah, that's the only one that sucks out all the water.
Okay.
Yeah, because all the other ones do ultrasound.
You're right.
But no, that's a good question, because even if you have the diamond tip on, it's still going to suck through the water and suck it out through the backside as well. It's working. You only want to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. You do not have to have this on for more than 5 minutes. That's a long time for it to cycle. But see how it's empty now because my bottle's empty. I only put like a tiny bit in here to show you it cycles through, but then nothing is coming out now because it's clean. This is how you cycle and get rid of the dirty tube, or if you do have a dirty tube. I don't understand how it would be that dirty, but for some people it might. So for another example, we took out the empty one, the one that had a little bit of solution, but let's go for one that actually has a lot of solution. So this one is actually distilled water and vinegar mixed together. Or I take that back. You can use isopropyl alcohol or vinegar. I like using isopropyl alcohol because there's two different types of isopropyl alcohol, because you have 90% or 70% higher that cleans any damn thing. You don't have to worry about it. But then if you have the one that's ethanol, that's a different one. That's the one that we can actually consume or drink. You actually get drunk off it, like sterno, like the little stuff you put under like the plate to make the plates hot and stuff like that for a picnic or cookout. Yeah, that's the ethanol type of ice. Get my names mixed up. That's the ethanol mixed with the isopropyl alcohol. And so see how it bubbles and it shimmers? You can see all the little disinfectant bubbles going around. This is the regular isopropyl alcohol, not the one that has ethyl in it. Ethyl, like gasoline, you can consume it. The other one, if I drink this, I will throw up instantly almost. You don't want to do that. So let's just take off the head or the top. And see, all these bottles, they have the same tubing for a reason, because they know these machines are going to have the same tube. Most any pump or aerosol sprays are going to have the same tube, the same. The only time it gets bigger is actually inside the machine. The machine that suctions up the water, they're all the same size, okay? So I'm gonna put that head down. Put this one in C. And remember, it's just isopropyl alcohol and distilled water. We turn our machine on. It's still on chamber C. Hand down. Before there was nothing being sucked through, but now, see, automatically suck water or isopropyl alcohol. So now you're cleaning your machine's tubes on the inside. Hold this down for at least 3 to 5 minutes. That's it. Because these tubes aren't long inside at all. They're about maybe a foot long, if that. And they're not coiled, they're not wrapped around. They literally just from the front of the machine towards the back. That's literally 12 inches, maybe less, like 11 point something, I believe I measured it right, but it's not long at all. But see how the water's cycling through, or the alcohol and distilled water. And it's all going into the chamber in the back. That's how you clean your machine from valve number C, or your chamber C, okay? And so if you took your hand off the machine, let me hold here, and you smell your hand, if my client, she's gonna smell it real quick.
Alcohol.
Alcohol, right. So isopropyl, like you'll smell your
Yes.
cleaning solution. If you don't smell it, it's not cleaning. Like cleaning solutions always have some sort of smell. They do, all of them. And if they don't have a smell, okay, that might be a little bit something that's super, super strong and that could actually knock you out. Or something that you can't smell, like like certain chemicals, like in chemical warfare, that military people go through. Like if you smell almonds, see the tube, like to clean your tube, if you want to just put it in water and clean it, you can. And the tube just goes right back in the little hole. That's it.
Okay.
And so when some people, they're saying, oh, I want to clean, the tube is actually set, when it goes into here, like I've taken this apart,
Yeah.
it's actually just one main tube for all three of the A, B, and C. It all meets into a middle. So this gets sucked into here, and then it goes, and then they all meet together to this one big tube.
Okay.
And the tube stops halfway. So
And you know we have B and C mixed up, right?
yes.
Okay, you remember?
Yeah, I'm gonna show.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not intricate to where everybody's like, oh, it's got a lot of tube. Like, no, it doesn't. It's actually short. The machine is more like electrical, filter inside. It's not what everybody thinks it is. Oh, I gotta clean too. That's the old ways of aesthetic. Like when
Okay.
for microdermabrasion, they did skin cells. Oh yeah, you had to clean those tubes. There was no way because there was no water going through it at all. It was just built up skin cells.
Ooh.
So yeah, those things you had to change out.
So with the newer technology,
Yeah, you don't have to do none of that stuff no more. Hey, Smokey, hi.
Smokey got in trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He
Hi,
he
Smokey.
decided he wanted brisket last night. Off the counter.
Oh, okay. So he.
Smokey,
Hi.
Smokey, go upstairs.
How are you? Oh,
Go upstairs.
You gotta listen.
Is he
okay?
going?
Go ahead and listen.
Go upstairs, Smokey.
Oh, he's listening.